The Lakers got absolutely wrecked by Detroit in Detroit earlier this season, but they're on a 3-game winning streak. This was a great opportunity for them to get 4 straight wins, coming back home after those 2 wins in Sacramento, and they completely blew it. And the number one reason that they blew it, turnovers. It's funny when you're watching it from a lens that it's not your team, because it allows you to sometimes see things a little bit more simplistically. And like for the Clippers, and like when you're a fan of a team, you think of so many different things. And I'm on Lakers Twitter and I'm on Clipper Twitter. And with Lakers Twitter tonight, I see so many different things. JJ small ball lineups, this and that, our role, all these different things. But the biggest reason the Lakers lost, they turned the ball over left and right. And that allowed the Pistons to get easy baskets in transition. Because in the half court, the Lakers defense wasn't horrific. I thought Rui Hachimura struggled massively because the Pistons are just not a good matchup for him. They have a lot of quicker guards or guys like Malik Beasley and what's his name? Malik Beasley and fucking who's the other guy that comes off screens? Tim Hardaway Jr. that you have to chase around. Arash Nagdi, my man, says, can't believe we lost Zoo for Mike Muscala. Yes, Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard of all time, still had 1 assist left, but he did it to the other LA team. Gotta love that. But anyway, Lakers losing to the Detroit Pistons back in, I believe it was November. And tonight was a chance for them to get 4 wins in a row, and they completely blew it. 117 to 114. Turnovers were the main reason. But also, I believe that Anthony Davis, he wasn't as aggressive tonight as he's been this season. It felt as though it was kind of playing through LeBron and Austin Reeves and pick and roll more so than feeding Anthony Davis and playing through him. I thought that the Pistons offered a level of physicality that I just didn't expect, where they were really getting into the Lakers' ball handlers, and just anytime AD was trying to initiate from the high post, they were really into him chest to chest. So they were just like, might as well run pick and rolls, because AD didn't have the time to like turn, face, survey. They were really trying to rush the Lakers, use their athleticism, speed, physicality to kind of wear them down. And they absolutely forced them into several turnovers. So I don't know. Thankfully for the Lakers, the Pistons are in the East, but they're not a good matchup for them this season. But AD, I just thought he was timid. It was because of that ball pressure. And I don't know if it was because of that ball pressure or because he's injured a little bit, but he just was looking like he was screening just a lot more. It didn't feel like he wanted the ball. I don't know if that's a JJ schematic thing or that's Anthony Davis not demanding the ball as much, but I think it's a little bit of both probably. But if you're Anthony Davis, I've seen when he's in the mood to go to work, to go crazy. Offensively, he just didn't seem like he was like that in this game. As far as the matchups, Max Christie was guarding Cade Cunningham. And of course, Max, he's now in the starting lineup, and he's been a huge reason why the Laker defense has gotten better over the last couple of games. He was guarding Cade tonight. Austin Reeves was guarding Jaden Ivey, AD on Jalen Duren, who got the better of him on the boards at the matchup in Little Caesars. And then Braun on Tobias Harris. Now that left Rui Hachimura on Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's not really comfortable for Rui to chase a guy like that around, off these different screens. On the other side, they had Cade Cunningham on LeBron and Jalen Duren on AD, and that's probably why from the get-go, LeBron, there just really wasn't a guy that could guard him. You know what I mean? The best bet size-wise over there is Tobias Harris. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, they're kind of food. So LeBron, he was able to get going. He was super aggressive on both ends of the floor to start, getting in the passing lanes, and then early on offensively spun baseline, hit a 3, had some amazing passes. And AD at this time was quiet offensively, but really good defensively protecting the rim. And I almost said Cam Christie again. Max Christie had some really good defense on Cade Cunningham early on. D'Lo got some, was making some shots. But the non-LBJ minutes in that first quarter weren't very good. And the Pistons closed on a 10-0 run because the Lakers just did not do a good enough job of taking care of the ball. And I want to check the stats for the first quarter because there were some things that stood out. Because By the way, Fontecchio made that ridiculous bank shot to end the quarter, and the Pistons actually led 34-32 after one, even though the Lakers led the majority of the quarter. Cade had 8 in the first. Malik Beasley came in, and boy, oh boy, that dude was playing with a vengeance all night long. And if you remember, Malik Beasley came over to the Lakers in that Westbrook trade with D'Lo and with Vando. And he started out pretty solid the first couple games of Laker. I'm pretty sure that Darvin Ham put him in the starting lineup, and then he was breaking left and right. He went through the coldest spell you'd ever seen him go through. He was getting cyberbullied like crazy. Every single one of his Instagram comment sections was just an insane, it was tough to look at. And he left, and he's had a vengeance, it seems like. The way he was reacting to everything tonight, that was a player that was playing with a chip on their shoulder. So he was really intense. But as far as the Lakers side of things in that first quarter, Rui had 6, LeBron 7, Anthony Davis only 2 shot attempts in the first quarter, but he did have 3 assists. And the Pistons, at times were throwing 2 on the ball really quickly off of screens. They were mixing up the coverages a bit. But 5 turnovers in that first quarter for the Lakers, which is on pace for 20, which they ended up having. So that set a bad tone. Like there was one where Cam Reddish threw the ball away in the backcourt and Malik Beasley walked into a 3. Those are the kind of turnovers you just can't have. And then in the second quarter, so one thing that was interesting, and it's been talked about a little bit, Lakers went 9 deep and they did not play a center. Christian Coloco got a DNP coach's decision. Now, I've started to see that JJ Babydick does not trust Christian Coloco much defensively in pick and rolls. Last game, he only played 4 minutes. So he's trending towards those small ball lineups with Rui and LeBron as kind of a tandem, 4 and 5 there, and to switch everything. And sometimes the Lakers can get away with that switch everything personnel, but guys like D'Lo, guys like Austin Reeves, and even Rui Hachimura, and not to say it's not like LeBron is the best one-on-one defender these days, but essentially, if you have, let's say that's your lineup, right? D'Lo, Reeves, LeBron, Rui, AD. LeBron's your second best one-on-one defender there, most likely. Reeves tries hard, but I'd still think in a one-on-one, LeBron's getting challenged. He'll try to lock up for that moment. The Lakers don't really have great switch everything personnel. And Dalton Connect, I think we got to start calling him Alton Connect because the dude can't guard a soul right now. Can't guard a soul. He gets the corner turned on him. He's a whatever defender, to be very generous. He's not a good defender. He's a 3 and no D guy. He's a very good shooter, and he was cold and hadn't hit for a while, and he ended up knocking down a 3, knocking down a mid-range, so he, ended his drought. But I think the most telling statistic of the first half was that the Pistons had 14 points off of turnovers to the Lakers 2, and Ron Holland, that guy was hooping. He's a good athlete. Some of his acrobatic finishes, his dunks, and the way he went from defense to offense real quick was impressive and was, part of that liveliness and athleticism that I'm talking about for Detroit. And Austin Reeves, the way he was turning the ball over was ridiculous. Just losing the handle. 5 turnovers in the first half for AR. 5 turnovers. Lakers had, 8 in the second quarter. 4 of them from Austin. So that's at halftime. So half the turnovers in the first half for the Lakers came from Austin Reeves. Anthony Davis ended up being the only guy at halftime in double figures. And the Lakers, what's funny is they were shooting really well at halftime. It was 64-62, but it was those turnovers that was allowing the Pistons to get transition points. And again, a lot of it was with Detroit's physicality. I thought they got under the Lakers' skin a bit. On the positive side for Austin Reeves, though, he was knocking down his floaters, had 3 of them in the first half. And the Lakers went on a 14-4 run to make it 59-55. They led because for a second the Pistons went up. Max Christie, I thought, was fantastic. He's really starting to put it together. Defense super good on ball, off ball, getting deflections, knocking down his 3 ball. And the Lakers, they were very comfortable switching the 3 through 5 ball screens, meaning that LeBron and Rui, no problem guarding Jalen Duren. But that means even if Cade Cunningham is being guarded by LeBron, if they put AD in the action, now AD is guarding the perimeter. They didn't do that much, though. I just thought that was interesting that they were willing to send AD out to the perimeter if it meant Rui or LeBron guard a big, but they wouldn't want like Cam Reddish or Connect or Austin Reeves or D'Lo or to guard a big, to switch onto a big. But they were okay switching 1 through 4 in terms of guys guarding Cade. LeBron had 9 assists in the first half. He's playing great. Malik Beasley basically had a buzzer beater on a floater. So it was 64-62 Lakers at the half. At this point, I'm thinking if the Lakers just clean it up turnover-wise and AD gets a little bit more aggressive, they'll be fine. Because 5 shot attempts in the first half for Anthony Davis, I mean, it's not great. He did have the 4 assists, but like LeBron had 5 field goal attempts, but he had 9 assists, So, and Austin Reeves, he had the most shot attempts of any Laker player in that first half with 6. So I don't know. I thought you got to play a little bit more through AD, but Malik Beasley, I mean, 5 for 8 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3, 14 points. So he was just hot. Simone Fontecchio, he was just hot. 10 points, shooting 100% from the field at halftime. So I thought maybe, they'd cool down. But there's something I was just sensing because I'd seen it before with Detroit against the Lakers that, like, they just have a good matchup with them this year. They just do. And by the way, I haven't gotten a comment in 8 minutes. I hope everyone's just, like, tuning in and just like listening intently. Maybe it's the Laker fans that are listening, but it was turnover central. And I thought AD did get a little bit more aggressive in that third quarter, but the turnovers were just really hurting the Lakers. In that third, 7 turnovers for the Lakers. 7. 2 of them from AD, 2 of them from Austin Reeves, 1 from Max Christie, 1 from the Kang, and 1 from Gabe Vincent. But Gabe Vincent hit 2 threes in that quarter. The Lakers got outscored 31-28 in it. Tim Hardaway had 8 points in it. Cade Cunningham had 8 points in it. So, yeah. Not bad. I mean, it's not too bad. Tie game going into the fourth. You're at home. You should be able to close it out. But I thought where the Lakers faltered was that beginning of the fourth quarter. D'Angelo Russell turnover at half court. Rui got blown by really easily. Then they turned the ball over again. And like before you knew it, they were down by 11 after Fontecchio had this ridiculous shot. And then AD got a technical, losing his cool, pushing Davon Reed to the ground. This was, and imagine, see, AD, I know Reed pushed him first, but you got to keep your cool there when you're down. He's trying to get under your skin, right? And the Lakers ended up losing by 3 points. Imagine what kind of different play they could have drawn up. They didn't even have to, what kind of different play they could have drawn up if they were down by 2 instead of 3. So these things add up. You know what I'm saying? They add up. And by the way, how about that filthy move by Cade on the break, that behind the back and then high finish off the glass? I love Cade's game. I just think he's been injury prone, but I love watching him play. He to me embraces every spot on the floor in terms of his shot selection, but I do think he takes some bad shots, including that three-pointer. That three-pointer he took when they were up by 3 already. It's like, I just don't get why he would take that shot. He's inefficient. I mean, for today's NBA, especially, he's shooting like 39% from the field. But I just like the way he like reads the game and his decisions in pick and roll and his size, and he's got the mid-range game. He's really talented. I fuck with him heavy, actually. And yeah, they went up by 10. Beasley was loving it. But the Lakers didn't give up there. LeBron had 5 straight points, had an and one to make it 114-117. And then Anthony Davis got a chance to make a layup, and he missed the layup. And honestly got bailed out with a foul by the Pistons. And it was a late call. But they overturned it, right? Yeah, they overturned it. It wasn't a foul. So, I mean, look, that's your best player, man. Missing a layup. There's not much you can say about that. I think AD would want to have that back. But yeah. And Lakers still ended up getting a chance, though. And it was my poetic ending. LeBrick for 3, deep 3. Same kind of play they drew up when he made that 3 against Orlando in 09. And just like has so many times as a Laker, he misses the last shot. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And you know what's funny? I'm wearing my boy Golden Knights Lakers throwback shirt right now that he gave me. Such a legend, bro. This is that Magic Johnson Kareem guy, and he customized it for me. It said world champions on it, but I'm like, can I get it just like saying Los Angeles because I'm a Clipper fan? And just I want to celebrate the players, not the team. And he was like, yeah, sure, bro. So look, Kareem with the hair and Magic with the form in the back. Absolutely tough. If you want the same kind of shirt, it can have LeBron and AD on it or Kobe and Shaq on it. Go to Golden Knights website. That's my guy right there. Makes great LA sports merch. Kendrick Lamar, Dodgers. And he's a big supporter of the channel. So go check him out. You know me. I love the throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson, that's my favorite player. And Kareem. I can't believe I actually got to say hi to Kareem. That was like one of the most special moments of my life right there. But anyway, let's read the lines, man. Big loss for the Lakers. They really should have won this one. But the turnovers for me, that's what it comes down to. And, you know, your best player shooting 14 shots. Not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan of that at all. I thought it was just like too much screen setting from AD and just using him as a roller. And I think, you know, he puts a lot of pressure on the defense when he catches the ball in the mid post or the left block. Or I just felt like it was kind of back to the old ways and not using AD as that dude. It was kind of a LeBron night. But I think it's got to be more of AD focal point offensively nights. That's just my opinion. Not even saying that like LeBron was at fault for the loss. Actually, this was the only game this season, only game. I got high standards, but I think LeBron did not get enough help. Because the other games, whenever someone says someone didn't get enough help, do they do their job on defense? Because then everyone says, well, you can't play defense if you have high usage rate. No, stop that. You can at least do the bare minimum. I'm not asking you to guard elite players, but you do the bare minimum of doing your job. Basketball is a two-way sport. You can't have everybody just clean up for you. That's not how that works. And then you want to say it's not, you know, you didn't get enough help. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron played defense to me tonight. So I'm not going to blame him. 117-114, though. It doesn't matter who you blame. Lakers lost at home. They're 16-13 now. Half a game behind you know who. The better run organization right now in the city. Yes. Yes. Better ownership. Better GM. And I don't even know if a Laker fan would fight me on that at this point. You got a better owner than us? Fuck no. It's not Jerry Bus, it's Jeannie Bus. The same lady that was getting ran train on by the Kings. I'm just kidding. No disrespect to Jeannie. She is a legend, you know, went same high school as me. But that's not Jerry over there. That's not Jerry. Rob Pelinka, he's dropped the ball. He's massively dropped the ball. They didn't improve this roster. When you lose 4-1 in the first round and you don't improve your roster except for hiring a podcaster as a coach, you think you're going to get that much better? When your best player, your second best player is 40 years old. Yeah, AD's having a better year. He's averaging 27 points a game. Or he might be down to 26, and Reeves, again, he's improved on his scoring average, but D'Lo's D'Lo. You've seen that he's not built for high-level basketball. Rui, double-digit points, double-digit average. He's okay. He is who he is. I think on a championship contending team, Rui would be a good bench player. Starting, The thing is, I talked about it the other night. Jared Vanderbilt's taken up like $10 million on the cap this season. He was supposed to be a big part of this team and adding that athleticism to it. But, I mean, you can't really get rid of him. I don't think anybody would want him. Max Christie's been a plus, but I don't know. Lakers are just okay. They need some better bona fide role players, but at the same time, I don't know about AD at that highest levels as a number one scoring option. He just still doesn't convince me because of games like tonight where you shoot 14 shots. Like, it's not good enough for me. The Pistons went 10 deep. You got double-figure scoring nights from 6 of them. Asar Thompson had 8 points, 5 boards, 4 of 5 shooting. Paul Reed, he had a donut, but he was plus 20 with 3 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks, and no turnovers. Did a little bit of everything, Paul Reed. Oh, B-Ball Paul. I thought it was Dave. I don't know why I said it was Davon Reed. B-Ball Paul. I like B-Ball Paul. Simone Fontecchio, he didn't even miss a shot. 13 points. 4 of 4 shooting, 2 for 2 from 3. So a little bit, it's like they just were making shots. Ron Holland, 10 points, 5 for 7 shooting. Jesus. They got 52 points off their bench. And you know the Lakers aren't deep. We already know that. 42 points off their bench. Malik Beasley, 21 points to lead the way for Detroit. Revenge game Malik. 5 rebounds, 8 for 15 shooting, and shot 50% from 3. 5 for 10. Unbelievable. Then the starters. Tobias Harris, 6 points on 3 for 10 shooting. My guy Toby. He's looking washed. 0 for 3 from deep. He had 4 assists, though, and he had 2 steals and 2 blocks. Tim Hardaway Jr., 15 points. Had a nice follow-away late in the game on Rui. 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. Jalen Duren, 6 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. 2 turnovers on 1 for 2 shooting. And then the top 5 pick backcourt, Jaden Ivey had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers on 8 for 15 shooting, and 2 for 4 from 3. And then Cade, double-double, 20 points, 10 assists, 5 boards, did turn the ball over 5 times, and a very inefficient shooting game. But I think that, summarizes Cade's season very nicely. He still does a great job impacting the game. He leads this team. He gets them wins. Doesn't shoot well, but, he's aggressive and makes a lot of good reads. 9 for 25, 0 for 5 from 3. The Pistons shot 51% from the field, 37 from 3, and how about 100% from the line, 12 for 12. Lakers shot 54% from the field, 47% from 3. Wow. The Lakers shot that well and still lost. 80% from the foul line. They got 13 more free throws, but they got 18 less shots, and it's because they turned the ball over 20 times, whereas the Pistons turned the ball over 12 times. And the Pistons had 28 points off those Laker turnovers. So, the Lakers' half-court defense has been looking better the last couple of games. And right now, when they turn the ball over, defense can't get set. For the Lakers, 9 deep, Alton Connect got 16 minutes. He had 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, shot 50% from the field and 3, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from the foul line. He was, I don't know. He can play D. That's all I can say about that. Cam Reddish, he had a pretty good game, actually. Think he should have played more instead of Rui? Let me know in the comments. 7 points. Considering how Rui closed that last game, I wouldn't have done it. 7 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, and he shot 100%. 3 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3 in 17 minutes. D'Angelo only played 16 minutes. JJ did not like what he saw from him, and these are the kind of games that really frustrate you as a Laker fan. 5 points. He's had all these double-digit games recently. 5 points. And his defense was not good. 5 assists, 5 points, 2 turnovers on 1 for 5 shooting, 1 for 4 from 3 in 16 minutes. Are there any Laker fans that think he should have played more? Get more rhythm? I don't know. Gabe Vincent, he had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. I think Gabe's been playing a lot better lately, but he was a minus 22 in this game. Now, again, single game plus minus is kind of bogus. I don't believe that he was the worst Laker player tonight. I think he's been playing a lot better lately, and Stu Lance even agreed with me. 3 for 5 from the field, and all his shots were threes. And then, so that was the bench. They got 28 points compared to all the points that the Pistons bench scored. That's a big telltale sign right there. The Lakers starters all played 29 minutes or more. They all finished with double-figure points. Hachimura, I don't think he was great because his defense it's a tough matchup for him. Played 29 minutes, scored 10 points, got 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover on 3 for 8 shooting, 0 for 2 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the foul line. Max Christie, I thought he was excellent. 17 points, a rebound, 2 steals, 1 turnover on 6 for 10 shooting, 3 for 4 from 3, and 2 for 2 from the foul line. 60, 75, 100 splits for Max Christie, playing the best basketball of his career right now. So you love to see that if you're a Laker fan. And what a crazy quarter by quarter breakdown in this game. Pistons won the first quarter by 2. Lakers won the second quarter by 4. Pistons won the third quarter by 3. Pistons won the fourth quarter by 2. So they ended up winning 3 quarters, made the difference. Austin Reeves, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals on 5 for 9 shooting and 2 for 5 from 3. Sounds great, right? Unfortunately, you can't get away with 6 turnovers and a loss. It's not good enough. So D'Lo and Austin Reeves, both not good enough. AD, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers, though, on 7 for 14 shooting, 1 for 3 from deep, and 4 for 8 from the foul line. 4 for 8 from the foul line is not acceptable. That's just not good enough. And there's been several games this season, including the most notable one being the Orlando game, that Anthony Davis has blown the game at the line. That's not good enough from AD. He can't be shooting 14 shots playing 39 minutes. I'm sorry. I know he had 6 assists. They doubled him sometimes. It's not enough. It was too much on the roll. Not enough catching the ball and working. LeBron, I thought he was excellent. He had a triple-double, 28 points, 11 boards, 11 assists, just 2 turnovers on 10 for 16 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3. Did not make the big shot, but hey, what else is new? I'm just kidding. The LeBron not clutch thing ended in 2012, but as a Laker, he hasn't been clutch at all, though. Like, at all. He's bricked every shot at the end of games. Because a lot of times he's tired. But it's just funny. 6 for 7 from the foul line in 35 minutes. So for me, turnovers, the Pistons are a problem for them. Rui couldn't guard anybody. Alton can't guard. D'Lo was dog shit. Austin Reeves turned the ball over too much. AD wasn't aggressive enough. They didn't play through AD enough. Maybe you should still give Koloko some minutes because the no center thing didn't look too great. But JJ made a point before the game, right? That he wants the Lakers to shoot more threes because he said, we're shooting in the last 13 games 5 more non-paint twos per game. Talk about something you would never hear in any decade besides this one. Non-paint twos. He was like, we're not shooting them like Phoenix. We're shooting 39% from them. I kept a track of non-paint twos tonight. And I think the Lakers were 3 for 8 or 4 for 9 for non-paint twos. And the ones I counted, I think I probably missed some, but I mean, I don't know. I noticed a little bit of some effort where some guys looked like they were about to take a non-paint two and they didn't. But I don't know how I feel about that. I think you just got to play basketball. But Lakers will lose a tough one. Turnovers. AD. D'Lo. That's all I got to say, though. Appreciate everybody for listening. An hour plus live for Lakers and Clippers. Hey, man, I try to go in depth as possible. And Laker fans, I appreciate you guys for being patient with me this season. Been super busy. Now I got to get back to watching soccer as well, and then USC women's basketball because I've been lagging on my boy Arash Markazi and writing articles for him. And I got to do Locked On Clippers tonight, so I got to peace out, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for listening. And I don't know when the next live is going to be. Maybe a little Christmas night live, but yeah, I'm not having a family gathering for Christmas. I'm doing Christmas Eve this year, so maybe a Christmas night live to talk about the Lakers. Peace out, everybody. Have a great, happy holidays. Love you all. All right, we can talk a lot. Let's look at the last.